to briefly address the Planning Commission on any matter that does not appear on the agenda. Comments are limited to no more than 3 minutes. Matters that appear to warrant commission consideration may be agendized for further discussion at a later meeting. Is there anyone in the audience that would like to speak during the open forum? Rebecca, is there anyone with their hand raised on Zoom?
I see no hands raised on Zoom.
Okay, thank you. Reports. Are there any commissioners who would like to provide a report? Thank you. Staff, any reports?
I do have a report. I'd like to report that on October 4th, there is going to be an ADU fair at the Corte Madera Town Hall, which is 300 Tamalpais Drive. Staff from the City of Belvedere will be there. From 9 to 12, there are some speakers. ADU financing made simple, design and building considerations, 2025 ADU laws you should know, and tips for submitting your ADU application. And that's all free. And then at 1 o'clock for $25, you can go on a self-guided driving tour of about 8 to 12 ADUs close to Corte Madera. I'm not sure where they're all located. But just wanted to put that out there that if anybody wants to attend, there's going to be a really neat ADU workshop.
And that's October 3rd?
October 4th.
October 4th.
From 9 to 12 is the speaker series, and then 1 to 4 are the tours, the self-guided tours. And the tickets for that are $25 a piece, just for the ADU tour part. The first part's free. Thank you.
Thank you, Rebecca. Are there any comments here in the public or on Zoom on the report we just heard from Rebecca?
I see none on Zoom.
Okay, thank you. Okay, we'll move on to consent calendar items. Consent calendar consists of items considered to be non-controversial unless any item is specifically removed by any member of the council, staff, or public. The consent calendar will be adopted by one motion. Items removed will be considered in the sequence that they appear on the agenda. So I believe there's one change in the consent calendar. It relates to 105 Golden Gate Avenue. I'm going to let staff report to that on us.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Good evening, commissioners. Rebecca may have more to add here, but it's my understanding the architect working on the 105 Golden Gate Avenue project has asked for a continuance of the matter. Apparently, there needs to be a little bit more consultation with the owner. If the commission is so inclined to grant the continuance, the motion would be to the effect of move to continue the item and extend the design review approval until the matter can be heard by the commission.
Thank you. So can I ask one of the members of the Planning Commission to move to continue the 105 Golden Gate?
I'm recused from 105.
You're recused. Thank you. So we need to move to continue 105 Golden Gate and extend the approval until we can bring it back to commission.
That is correct. And we should make sure we also take public comment on the two consent calendar items.
So should I take public comment on consent calendar items before we do this?
Yeah, I believe on number items 1 and 2. Thank you,
Okay.
Chair.
Is there anyone in the public or on Zoom who wishes to remove anything from the consent calendar?
I see no hands raised on Zoom.
137 Golden Gate Avenue. So has 2 been removed?
It
Essentially?
hasn't been removed yet, but I believe it will be removed after we get through finding out if there's any other comment on the consent calendar. It's going to be removed.
Okay.
I
I mean, I would
believe.
just support its removal.
Okay, thank you.
There's no one on Zoom, sorry. No
Okay.
hands raised on Zoom.
Thank you. So shall we take the vote on the consent calendar? I think we need to remove 105 Golden Gate before we vote on the consent calendar. Is that correct?
Make a motion on the consent calendar without, a consent calendar for item 1 only.
Okay, so can I have a motion?
Move to approve the draft minutes
to
last
approve
meeting.
The
Yeah.
draft minutes, thank you.
All second?
Thank you. Can we have a vote, please?
Aye.
Aye.
Now, we move to a motion to remove 105 Golden Gate and extend it. Is that correct?
Chair, I think it's been effectively removed already. Item number 2. So, and again, if the planning commission is so inclined to grant the requested continuance, the motion can be to simply continue the item and extend design review approval until the matter can be heard by the planning commission.
Do you want us to go ahead and do that motion, or is it not necessary?
Yes, so a member of the commission would need to make the motion.
Okay,
I move to continue the design review application for 105 Golden Gate.
Right, and just to make the record clear, the motion would also be to extend design review approval, the current design review approval, until the matter can be heard by the commission. Because as you may recall from the staff report, they're very close to having that approval, expire.
so extend the approval until it can come back to the commission.
I move to extend the approval until it can come back to the commission.
Thank you.
Second.
Thank you. Let's vote. Aye.
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 Thank you. I'd now like to open the hearing on item 3, design review for a new drinking fountain located at Belvedere Land Company Park. Can we have a staff report, please?
Thank you, Chair, and good evening, Commissioners. Tony Boyd, Public Works Director. I have for your consideration a request for design approval of a proposed drinking fountain at Land Company Park. The fountain would be a donation to the city by Joan Beacons, who was Belvedere's Citizen of the Year in 2017, and it would include a dedicatory plaque to the Beacons family. Per Belvedere's Policy 20.3, Guidelines for Public Memorials and Dedicatory Installations, the Parks, Open Space and Lanes Committee provided its endorsement for the drinking fountain donation at its meeting on June the 12th, 2025, and separately in its meeting of August the 21st, 2025, considered the language and design of the plaque, where the committee again recommended approval. Design approval is now requested from the Planning Commission. The drinking fountain would be concrete with an exposed aggregate finish, which is similar to the drinking fountain on the San Rafael Avenue multi-use pathway at West Shore Road. And it would also include fountains for humans and one for pets. The proposed location is Land Company Park, which is across from the Yacht Club, under the large linden tree. It would be installed on the existing concrete walkway, and the locations of the existing benches, if necessary, would be modified to accommodate it. And with that, I'm happy to take questions.
Thank you. Are there any questions of staff from members of the commission?
Tony, is this a different company that's providing this drinking fountain from the one who provided the fountain over on Lagoon Road?
Yes, it is. Yeah. Yep, the exposed aggregate finish has become quite difficult to find. We were hoping to get the same company that had provided the fountain on San Rafael Avenue, but they no longer make them. Yeah, so this is a new company.
Got it. All right, thank you.
I think I understood that you said the bench potentially could remain where it is. You will try to keep it where it is, and if needed, it will be moved. Is that right?
Yes, correct. And the main reason for that is maintenance. We have a ride-on mower that would need to be able to get through. There needs to be a gap big enough for that to get through. And at the same time, there'd have to be enough clearance around the drinking fountain for ADA requirements between, just clearance from the fountain and then clearance in front of the pedestrian ramp onto Beach Road.
So as far as the ADA, we are not still sure if it works or not?
It would have to work. So the ADA would have to be in place. And the question is if we can be sure of our ADA clearances and still have the bench there and be able to get a mower through or not. And in which case, the idea at this point would be to move the bench that's right next to where it is now to the other side of the walkway. So it would still be there, just on the opposite side.
Got it. Thank you. And then I think you mentioned the other thing, that the drinking fountain, the one that is at West Shore, that is cylinder, and this one that is proposed is cube. And the reason that we are not doing that one is that it is not available any longer, the cylinder.
Correct. Yeah. So the brand, the company that made that one no longer sells them with that finish, that exposed aggregate finish. But this company does, yep. So that's who we're going with. Yeah, we were hoping to get the exact same configuration as the one on Sanderville Avenue. So we're not getting the exact same style, but it's as close as we can find.
Thank you.
Okay, I see no other questions. Are there any comments from the public here in the room? Sandy?
Don't want to waste my coming down here by not saying something. Yeah, I've been with Ken Johnson, celebrating Joni Beacons, who, as I've reported before, is truly a treasure from Belvedere. She's done so much for Marin County, as well as for our city. So how wonderful that she wants to give a gift back, since she's already given most of her time and talent to the city. There's some enthusiastic people also. And then as to the benches currently there are for Howie and David Allen. And I've spoken to Andy Allen, and he has no objection if they need to be put side by side. So then the brothers will be back together. So maybe that's a good thing. Anyway, so I think a lot of people support this, and a lot of people use that area. So I hope you will see as a positive move.
Thank you. Rebecca, is there anyone on Zoom that would like to comment?
There are no hands raised on Zoom.
Thank you.
Just to add quickly for the record that Joan and this group of volunteers with her have done all the footwork for this. So I say we located this drinking fountain. It's really them. They've really done a lot of the groundwork and have worked with the contractor for installation and so on. And at this point, it's ready for the city to, facilitate the donation.
And Public Works has been a delight to work with. We're really lucky.
Thank you. Good to hear. Okay, if there's no further public comment, I will now close the public hearing and bring it back to the commission for discussion. Jenna, you can comment on this one, right? So I'll let you start.
Absolutely, absolutely. Even though I have children who will use the drinking fountain because they get off the school bus there. I have dogs who will use the drinking fountain because we visit the park with the dogs. I think this is a fantastic idea. And for such a small park, it's so well used, by people of all stripes. I mean, I go by there in the morning and there's always people out there with their dogs. And I think the drinking fountain will be a fantastic addition. to that side of Belvedere. You know, as we mentioned, we have the drinking fountain. We have one at the Lagoon Courts, and then we have another one sort of where West Shore and San Rafael meet. And so I think that this will be just perfectly situated. I think this is great, and I can make all of the findings.
Thank you. Asley, let us know what you think.
I also want to thank you for your donation to our city. And as I ask the question, I think if the bench could remain where it is, would be, and I think that is the effort that you are trying to do and keep it where it is. And I think it would be a positive move if we can keep it where it is. My main reason is that beautiful tree that we have on the other side of the park that during the fall, the colors change, that whole side of the park becomes those yellow, leaves are filling that part. And I think that is a beautiful place. And that bench over there, I think serves a good purpose. So I think if we could keep it, if we can, satisfy all the requirement of ADA and clearances of moving and all that, and can keep the bench, I think that would be a positive move. With all that, I can make the move as well to approve this.
Thank you. Justin?
Thank you also for creating a new environment in a park that's already very beautiful. It's hard to change things that already have such a simple elegance. I think adding the water fountain will be a great way to complement an already an amazing space in Belvedere. Thank you for the donation, and I can make the findings.
As can I. Thank you, Ms. Beacons. Thank you for my dog as well. I also suspect a few yacht clubbers will appreciate the hydration stop as well. So thank you, and look forward to using it.
And I guess that brings it back to me. I think this is a very nice public improvement that you've offered to the city, and it kind of touches me that Belvedere is the kind of place where people contribute to the public good. I think, one step at a time, every contribution adds to making this the wonderful community that it is. So this is one more, improvement in our community. And I think we're all very grateful for it. So of course, I will be able to make the findings in favor of this as well. Thank you, Mrs. Beacons.
I can make a motion. Can I make a motion to approve the design review and approval for the drinking fountain at Land Company Park?
Second.
Aye.
Aye.
Happy birthday. And then I understand that number 4 on our agenda has been moved, it's been postponed.
Yeah, I think this, and I'm going to ask staff, I think that's the only item on our agenda this evening. Is that correct?
Yeah, that is correct. It is the last item for tonight. And just for the record, and I believe you received copies of the correspondence to this effect, but we have received a request for travel consultation on the project. And obviously, we want to carry out our due diligence on that requested consultation, and we'll bring it back to you when it's ready.
Great, thank you.
I just want to add a note for staff. Although I do live within 500 feet of the project, I do not have a ownership stake in my residence. I'm very much a kept man. So I can't think of a reason to recuse myself. from it.
Yeah, and thank you, Commissioner, for clarifying that. You're in a very lucky position. And I will just say for the record, after I had the chance to discuss with you a little bit further, the agenda's notice that you may have to recuse us from this item was an error, a bit overzealous, and we'll make sure to stay on top of that in the future. But yes, you are not legally recused from this item. And then just to put a pin on this one item, if you could just continue the item to a future date, and we'll bring it back again when it's ready. Thank you so much.
Great, thank you.
All right, I believe with that, we can adjourn this meeting.
We actually need a motion to
Oh.
continue the item and a vote.
Okay.
All right.
So if someone could
Um,
move to continue.
I would
item-
like to make a motion to continue number 4 on our agenda, which is the design review to construct a new boat lift and 4 piles on the southern end of an existing floating dock at 12 West Shore Road to a future meeting.
And I assume we don't have any public comment?
It's raised on Zoom.
Can I have a second?
Second.
Okay, let's take a vote.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, and then I think with that, we can adjourn the meeting. Thank you.
Great, thanks.
Thank you.